All right, Glows. Today we have another NBA slate. Not NBA Cup Day, but it's a big slate, 11 games on. There's a lot of back-to-backs as well. We're going to be going over all of that. I got 5 plays. I technically have 6 plays, but one of them did get juiced, so it's not an official play, but if you want to throw it into a parlay, you want to throw it into a slip, just a little bit of add extra juice to it, you might as well. We're going to waste no time and hop straight into it. The NBA has been interesting so far this season. We had 2 bad beats yesterday, but so far we've been cooking. Past 3 days, past 4 days, we've had 3 green days, 1 red day, and that red day was down by $10. So we're fine right now. So we're chilling. You can see all the picks on Pickett, as always. These are going to be the picks we're going to be going over today. You can see how much I place on it. You can see if we're up and down. Again, past 3 days, we've been up. You can't see the last day here, but we went up on Saturday. So, again, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. We have some bets for tomorrow going out, which will be a video later today you will see for the NFL going out tomorrow. But for today, we're going to keep cooking in the NBA. We're going to be taking everything on Underdog. Make sure you use code BDG when you sign up on Underdog because you'll get up to a free $1,000. Plus, you'll get a few free squares for this weekend, so you might as well take advantage and use that. We had a ton of boosts yesterday for the NBA, so that'll be coming out on NBA Cup Day again on Friday, so it's another NBA Cup Day, so make sure you take advantage of that. We'll have a ton of boosts, so make sure you're on Underdog to take advantage. Now, we're not going to be doing anything Indiana and Orlando game. We do have a game. We do have a play in the OKC game, and that is going to be Jaylen Williams to go higher than 11.5 RA. Now, Jaylen, again, he's playing the center position now. Remember, Chet Holmgren went down with injury, so that's very important here as Jaylen is now playing the center position, and we can see we're going on Basketball Monster now. Again, there's a free site that you can use for easy NBA lineups just to see positions of where guys are at. As you can see, Jaylen is starting at center. Does he play the full game at center? No, but he plays most of it at the center or the 4 or 5 position because they play just a ton of small ball because this team is a bigger small ball team and they can work with it. They have the size, they have the athleticism. Jaylen gets up and they can make it all work. With that being said, last game he had 14 RA in that game. Without Chet, and we'll pull it up right here. Yeah, he had 14 RA without Chet, and his usage was up there at 24%. That's about on par with where he's been all season. Obviously, he shot more last game. I don't expect him to see a ton of efficiency and higher shot volume out of the 5, but I expect him to see a lot more assists and rebound opportunities. Again, 7 potential assists, and rebound-wise, his rebounding, where the hell is the rebound chances? There it is. He saw 12 last game, which is above his average of around 10.9 per game. So I think he's going to see around that 12 to 14 to 15 rebound chances mark per game. And you pair that with his potential assists, 11.5 feels just simply too low for, again, switching position to the 5. The Pelicans allowed the 5th most assists so far this season. They've allowed 12 plus rebounds to 4 of the past 5 centers they played this season. Now, again, he's not a true center. I get that. But they're still allowing a ton of rebounds to opposing centers this season, so I think he's going to be able to take advantage of that and cash out big. So I like this line a lot. Again, just getting a guy that's playing a new position, and the lines aren't fully adjusted yet. I feel like that's an absolute steal, especially as a Pelicans team that just is not intimidating at all. Cleveland, Philly, I really don't want to touch. Philly's just a fucking dumpster fire. But we are going to be touching the game that's not Boston, Brooklyn. But we are going to be touching the Chicago. No, we're not. Not touching that one. Not touching Detroit, Minnesota. But we are touching Houston. There we go. Now we're at a game. I like James Harden 21.5. They have it here at 22.5. You can get a 21.5 damn near everywhere else right now. But again, he's been consistent. He's hit over this market 6 of 11 games this season, averaging 21 points per game. Obviously, this is a great matchup versus Houston. And I can pull that matchup up real quick, and we can look at his points line in 4K. Oh, 21.5 damn near gone now. But I got it on Pickett, so make sure you tail it on Pickett. You would have got it at 21.5 or minus 105, and we've already got some good value back on that. You can still take it at 22. Still love it at 22. I have no problems with that. But again, he's hit this line a good amount so far this season. Head-to-head matchups have looked good versus Houston, obviously dating back to last season, so it's a little bit different of a role. But this year, Houston allows the 7th most points to opposing point guards this season, so they're allowing a ton of points. They've also allowed the highest three-point percentage so far this season, as well as the 5th highest field goal percentage per game this season. So allowing a ton of threes. They're allowing a ton of a high field goal percentage, so easy shots made to the point guard position. Plus, they're allowing a ton of free throws, which, why does that affect James Harden? Well, he's averaging 7.6 free throw attempts per game. So you add that in, and he's a very efficient free throw shooter. So you add those points in to his amount of field goal attempts he's seeing, which is about 16.5 per game. He's going to be getting a ton of volume. He should easily hit over this mark in a game where the spread is only 4.5. So he should easily get this mark. And I love this over for today for James Harden. Now, again, a lot of people are taking the other side of this of Norman Powell. Oh, he's more consistent. I feel like it's kind of a trappy line for Norman Powell. They're pretty good against shooting guards and small forwards, which is where he's going to play more of. Now, if we go to this San Antonio game, Victor Wembanyama, his line's not on underdog right now. I can try to get it to you guys, the screenshot of it, but it will be on underdog. So don't worry. It might be just on my phone, not on my desktop. Again, desktop to phone. There are a few different lines. It is a little bit different here. On the phone, it normally has just way more stuff. So on my phone, it definitely has it. But I'm taking his under on 3-point attempts, which is 2.5. So it's a little bit high for Victor Wembanyama. As you go to his 3 points made so far this season. We can look at it right now. Again, he's back-to-back games of 6 3-pointers made. He's been on fire, but he's only hit this in 3 of 11 games so far this season, as well as this Washington defense doesn't give up a ton of threes. They give up a lot of points, but not a ton of threes. They're more just a fast-paced team that is going to allow easy buckets inside. I think Victor is going to take advantage of that. You could take his points as well, but I'm going to take the under on the 3-point attempts because he's shooting a crazy, crazy percentage. The past 2 games, he's been 6 for 12, 50%, and 9 for 6, which is a what the fuck quick percentage? I literally have it written down. 67%. Quick maths. 67%, 1/3. Duh, 2/3. He's seen so far as 67%, 50% from threes. Absolutely unsustainable. Over the past 2 seasons, he's been a 30% 3-point shooter, and not like a high 30s. Like I'm talking 30% 3-point shooter, 31% this season. So I think that average just comes down. He comes down to earth. He's not going to just go crazy. I get he's hot right now, but I think it does cool down here versus this Washington defense, which isn't very good on the interior, so he'll attack more inside, just not see the 3-point attempts. And again, he's not even attempting that many threes. 7.5 per game. And that's with the outlier game last game, so he's more probably sitting around the 7.6 mark, so close to like 6.8 mark if you take out that 12 game. So with the volume, he's going to need to shoot around 40% on average. He's not a 40% shooter. I'm taking the law of averages here. I'm taking the law of consistency here. I think Victor's going to go back to his normal set of play. Get you 20 points. Get it all inside the paint. Make 2 threes. Call it a day. He's not going to get 3 threes. I think that's an easy under for me to take. We're going to keep it pushing here. Again, don't want to waste any time. Want to make this video kind of fast. I still have an NFL video I do have to make for you guys as well. But we're going to be taking the under on threes there. Obviously, it's not there for us to take. But what is there for us to take is LeBron James to go over 8.5 assisties. Love this mark for sure. So far, LeBron's been cooking. Obviously, with AD, he's been cooking as well. He's hit this 4 of the last 4 games with Anthony Davis on the court. Now, again, Anthony Davis was out for the last time they did play Memphis, which is important to know because he hit under this line versus Memphis the last time they played. He had 6 assists versus them, but again, you look at the potential assists, 19. Only converting 6 feels very low. He's averaging 15.8 potential assists this season, but when we go to games 1 that they win, because they are favored in this game, and I think they do win this game, that average goes up. Now you add in when he's with Anthony Davis, and it does change a little bit. It's not a ton, but you add in with Anthony Davis this season will take away a win. And again, the average still goes up a little bit more. In the past 4 games, again, 4 of 4 games, he's been crushing this line. Now he goes against a Memphis team that isn't very intimidating. You look at them versus point guards. I mean, he plays every position, so to nail down a position for LeBron, it's so tough. But even against point guards, they're nothing crazy here, and they've allowed some big assist games so far. And listen, the spread of this game is 6.5, so it should be a closer game. When they played the first time, it was a blowout. The Lakers lost by 17 plus, so LeBron's minutes were a little bit lower than that, and we can check that real quick. Yeah, LeBron's minutes, he saw 35. Okay, so it wasn't lower. He saw 35 versus them. But he's been averaging a ton of minutes per game. He's on 1 game under 30 minutes, so he should see around his normal 34 minutes a night mark in this game. His usage has obviously been pretty steady. He's had a few bigger games, a few in the 30s, but an average about 24, 26%. His AD takes most of that as LeBron is dishing the rock. Now, again, look at his potential assists the past 5 games, 19, 15, 19, 21, 23. If he's even at 19, 18, 17, I like this line. If he's sitting around 17, he only needs to convert less than 50% of assists in this game, or convert about 50% of assists in this game, which is exactly where you want it to be. Once it starts getting to 60, once it starts getting to the high 60s, that's when it starts getting weary. You need to lean more the lower side of things. But with him only converting about 50% from where his potential assist mark is, absolutely love this line, and I think he continues to smash it. And he gets back versus Memphis. Now, heading to our last pick, we're going back to the back-to-back to play the yesterday game. Anthony Edwards, we took his points yesterday, literally hooked at 26. We're going to be taking his 3-pointers made. Again, it's not on Underdog right now, but I will flash it if I have it. It should be on your phone as it is on books. So 3.5 is the line to go. Absolutely love this line for him. He's been crushing this. He's hit this in 10 of 11 games this season. He said over in both games versus Portland. The first game was another back-to-back, so you got a kind of an idea of what he's going to do. Had 9 threes in that first game. Attempted 10 and 15 3-point attempts so far versus this team. This Portland team's also led the most 3-pointers made to opposing shooting guards this season. And they tried to ice out Ant the end of the last game, and it just didn't work. He still is getting shots. He's still getting looks in his Minnesota offense. Are they at the higher volume? No, but he's still making 5.3 3-pointers made per game. So I think he's going to continue to keep chucking. He's seeing 11.6 3-point attempts per game. So again, that chucking perspective. And obviously last night, this Minnesota team lost by like 20. Like it wasn't close at the end of the fourth, where I think, and again, they did play into the back of the fourth because of the NBA Cup, which is why I'm excited about the NBA Cup because he's played longer. But I think tonight is going to be more the Minnesota side. I think Minnesota's going to take this one pretty comfortably. As Portland shot their best 3-point night of, I think, damn near the past decade. So I think Minnesota definitely takes this one, and I think Anthony Edwards does it in pretty big fashion. He seemed very pissed off at the end of last game. So we're going to take his over on 3-pointers made tonight. Those are the 5 plays. Obviously, I only have 3 right here, but we do have the lower on Victor Wembanyama, and we do have the higher on Anthony Edwards at 3.5 threes and the lower on 2.5 threes for Wembanyama. So, again, it's all on Pickett. Make sure you follow me on Pickett using code BDG when you sign up. It's absolutely free to do, so it's the best way to take advantage, and you can see what I placed, how much I placed, and what on each play. So make sure you take advantage of that. And I will catch you guys tomorrow for more NBA plays and later today for the NFL slate. So make sure you lock in for that, as we do have a great Thursday night game this week, which I'm excited to talk about. So I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.